Hello. We are going to go ahead and we're going to read our read aloud for today. So we are reading the book Jamaica's Find, okay? So we're going to talk this week about characters, okay? So characters are the people in the story, right? Are the people in the story. So we're going to talk about this little girl named Jamaica, and we're going to talk about what she does throughout the story. Jamaica's Find. When Jamaica arrived at the park, there was no one there. It was almost supper time, but she still had a few minutes to play. She sat in a swing, pushed off with her toes, and began pumping. It was fun not to have to watch out for the little ones who always ran in front of the swings. Then she climbed up the slide. There was a red sock hat on the ladder step. Jamaica took it for a ride. She slid down as fast as she could. She fell in the sand and lay flat on her back. When she rolled over to get up, she saw a stuffed dog beside her. It was a cuddly gray dog, worn from hugging. All over it were faded food and grass stains. Its button nose must have fallen off. There was a round white spot in its place. Two black ears hung from its head. Have you guys ever found anything before? Maybe you wanted it? Jamaica put the dog in her bicycle basket. Now, does that dog belong to Jamaica? She took the hat into the park house and gave it to the young man at the counter. The first thing her mother said when Jamaica came in the door was, "Where did that dog come from?" "The park. I stopped to play on the way home," Jamaica said. "I found someone's red hat and took it to the lost and found." "But Jamaica, you should have returned the dog too," said her mother. Then she said, "I'm glad you returned the hat. It didn't fit me," Jamaica said. "Maybe the dog doesn't fit you either," her mother said. "I like the dog," said Jamaica. So what's her mom saying? That dog doesn't belong to her. "Don't put that silly dog on the table," Jamaica's brother said. "You don't know where it came from. It isn't very clean, you know," her father said. "Not in the kitchen, Jamaica," her mother said. Jamaica took the dog to her room. She could hear her mother say, "It probably belongs to a girl just like you, Jamaica." After dessert, Jamaica went to her room very quietly. She held the dog up and looked at it closely. Then she tossed it on the chair. What do you think Jamaica's feeling right now? Probably a little sad, a little hurt, wants to keep the dog, but realizes it's maybe not the right thing to do. "Jamaica," her mother called from the kitchen, "have you forgotten? It's your turn to dry the dishes." "Do I have to, Mother? I don't feel good," Jamaica answered. Jamaica heard the pots rattle. Then she heard her mother's footsteps. Her mother came in quietly. She sat down by Jamaica and looked at the stuffed dog, which lay alone on the chair. She didn't say anything. After a while, she put her arms around Jamaica and squeezed for a long time. "Mother, I want to take the dog back to the park," Jamaica said. "We'll go first thing in the morning," her mother smiled. So Jamaica realized that maybe keeping the dog wasn't the right thing to do, right? Jamaica ran to the park house and plopped the stuffed dog on the counter. "I found this by the slide," she told the young man. "Oh, hi, aren't you the girl who gave me the hat last night?" "Yes," said Jamaica, feeling hot around her ears. You sure do find a lot of things. I'll put it in the lost and found shelf." Jamaica stood watching. "Is that all?" he asked. "You didn't find anything else, did you?" "No, that's all." She stayed to watch him put the dog on a shelf behind him. "I'm sure some little girl or boy will come in after it. A nice little dog like that," the young man said. What do you think Jamaica's feeling right now? Probably pretty good that she returned the dog, right? But maybe a little sad. Jamaica ran outside. She didn't feel like playing alone. There was no one else at the park but her mother, who sat on a bench. Then Jamaica saw a girl and her mother cross the street to the park. "Hi, I'm Jamaica. What's your name?" she said to the girl. The girl let go of her mother's hand. "Kristen," she said. "Do you want to climb The jungle gym with me, Kristen? Jamaica said. Kristen ran towards Jamaica. Yes, but I have to find something first. What? Asked Jamaica. Kristen was bending under the slide. What did you lose? Said Jamaica. Edgar Dog. I brought him with me yesterday, and now I can't find him, Kristen answered. Was he kind of gray with black ears? Jamaica couldn't keep from shouting, Come along with me! The young man in the park looked over the counter at the two girls. Now what have you found? He asked Jamaica. But this time Jamaica didn't drop anything on the counter. Instead, she smiled her biggest smile. I found the girl who belongs to that stuffed dog. Jamaica was almost as happy as Kristen, who took Edgar Dog in her arms and gave him a big welcome back hug. So, let me ask you a question. What would have happened if Jamaica didn't return the dog? There would have been somebody that came to the park like Kristen. What do you think Kristen would have done? She would have cried. She would have been upset. All right, guys, so let's think about characters this week. Jamaica is a really cool character because she realized that what she did was wrong and she fixed it. She returned it. Okay, guys, have a good day. Bye.